Hey everyone, Chris Bayless here, founder of the Sponsorship Collective. There are a lot of misconceptions about sponsorship out there, and it's costing you money. So in this video, I want to talk to you about the 11 sponsorship realities that you need to know if you're looking for sponsorship dollars. Check it out. Before we dive into the 11 sponsorship realities you need to know, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and click the subscribe button so that you never miss a video. Reality one, everything you sell to sponsors has a market value, which means that when you make up your values and stick them in a grid and assume that 6 social media posts is worth 5,000, but 10 is worth 12,000, you are actually damaging your odds of getting sponsorship. Your sponsors already pay through their marketing efforts for social media posts. They know exactly how much a social media post is worth. They know exactly what it costs to convert a lead from top of funnel to middle of funnel to bottom of funnel, and to prevent their customers or clients from churning. So when you just make up your values, it shows, and you're alienating your sponsors. Everything you sell to a sponsor has a market value. And most important of all, your sponsors know what it is. Sponsorship is not about logo placement. Sponsorship is about audience engagement and connecting your audience to your sponsor so that your sponsor can sell products to that audience. Logo placement does not sell products. Another big misconception is that sponsorship is all about sending proposals to people who didn't ask for one. Well, you should know the proposal does not make the sale. Sponsorship sales happen in discovery or is the result of discovery, and the proposal is delivered in person and negotiated live with a sponsor. If your first contact with a potential sponsor is a proposal sent to them that they didn't ask for, you could make the whole process go much faster by simply putting the proposal directly into the garbage. Gold, silver, bronze packages don't work. I can't believe anyone's still using them. But I can hear you already saying, yeah, but I sent out a gold, silver, bronze package and I got $500 or $1,000 back. That isn't an example of your package working. That's an example that it's not working. At the time of recording, sponsorship is a $60+ billion a year industry. If you're getting a couple hundred or a couple $1,000s in response to your sponsorship packages, the only question you should be asking is not, what more could I put at the bronze level to increase the price? But instead, if I just had a call with these people, could I 10x the sponsorship that they're giving me? And the answer is almost certainly yes. Gold, silver, bronze packages tell your potential sponsor that you're an amateur and that you've undervalued your opportunity. Reality, sponsorship reality that rules all sponsorship realities is that your audience is everything. It's not about what you put at the various levels of your grids or your sponsorship package. Sponsorship is nothing more than audience and access to audience. It's your most valuable asset and the most powerful thing you can offer sponsors. You should know the discovery session is not a sales call. You're not going in to hard sell anybody on anything. A discovery session is all about sitting down with a potential sponsor and figuring out what they're trying to achieve and how you can help them, not trying to hard sell them on logos at the registration desk. Sponsorship requires follow-up. Not sending people emails who are ignoring you. It requires booking a meeting from a meeting. It requires working with sponsors to always have your next step in the sales process. It requires you to know your sales funnel and the various stages of conversion of your potential sponsors. So you can't be afraid to follow up with sponsors. You can't be afraid to insist on a next step so that you don't get caught chasing sponsors who are now ghosting you. Sponsorship renewal is the most efficient way to increase your sponsorship revenue. Most sponsors are happy to renew if you deliver and if you ask them. And I don't mean after you've gotten their sponsorship dollars and delivered, you ignore them for 11 and a half months and then send them a sponsorship package asking them to renew. I mean, as soon as you delivered, you book a meeting with them and ask them to renew for next year, for the next campaign, the next event, the next series, whatever it is that you're working on to get sponsorship. You want to ask them to renew right after you've delivered in a meeting. I see all too often people ignoring their sponsors for 10 months until they need more money, and then they just send them a package. And by then, the sponsor has already moved on. If something's worth saying, it's worth saying twice. It's really important to know that the sponsorship proposal is nowhere near as important as you think. It is easily the least important part of the sponsorship process. I had one role where I was responsible for about $3 million in sponsorship sales per year across 3 different events, 1 major event and then 2 smaller events. I didn't even have a sponsorship proposal. $3 million personally in sponsorship sales per year. We did discovery, we negotiated, and we went right to agreement. Nobody ever saw a proposal from me because I didn't have one. When I would call potential sponsors and ask them to talk about a marketing campaign together, they would say, just send me a proposal, which is code for no thank you. And I would say, I actually don't have a proposal. How could I? We haven't even met yet. Proposals are custom. They happen after discovery. What I would like to do is sit down and have a conversation. And if it's worth booking a follow-up, we can. And if that follow-up leads to you requesting a proposal, I'd be happy to put one together. But I can't put a proposal together. Otherwise, I'd be assuming how you make money. And I can't do that. No proposal at all. Discovery, follow-up, negotiation, straight to contract, invoice sent. That was my process. That's how important proposals are. I didn't even bother making one, let alone have 1,000 meetings internally to discuss what we put on page 37 of this proposal. Nobody's even reading them. I'm not saying you don't need a proposal. I'm just saying it's the least important thing in sponsorship. People often use a proposal as a way to avoid the sales conversation. By not making a proposal, all I had was the sales conversation, and it worked incredibly well. And to my nonprofit friends out there, sponsorship is never a donation. If you want a donation, ask for a donation. Don't ask for a donation because you're a good cause, but then offer to put a bunch of logos on stuff as though it's a marketing investment. If you're asking companies to give you money, ask them to give you money. They have foundations for that. They have CSR programs for that, community investment, etc. If you're asking the marketing department for money, you need to deliver marketing outcomes. To my for-profit friends, sponsorship is never a donation. It's not an investment. It doesn't matter to the sponsor that you're doing good for the community. It doesn't matter that this would be a good investment for you to have this amazing experience. You need to deliver on marketing outcomes and sales outcomes. Speak the language of your sponsors, deliver on what they need, get the money, and then make magic happen. But convincing a sponsor to give you money because you want a donation or an investment, you're not the first to try it, not by a long shot. It's not working because it doesn't work. And probably the most important reality is sponsorship ain't easy. It's incredibly hard. Asking companies to part with their money is a really, really hard thing to do. Sponsorship is a marketing discipline and a sales discipline. Many other industries have divided marketing and sales, but if you're in the sponsorship game, you are doing sales, you are negotiating sales, you are having to be a master of the B2B sales cycle and build and deliver marketing campaigns. So you are a salesperson, you are a marketer, you are an account exec, an SDR, a BDR, all of the above, all at once. Sponsorship is really, really hard. So if you feel like things aren't working most of the time, that means you're doing something right. If you found this video useful, I would love it if you could drop your biggest takeaway. The thing that struck you most throughout this video, drop it down in the comments below. And remember to hit the thumbs up button and click subscribe so you never miss another one of these videos. And remember, the sponsorship proposal does not make the sale. you do. Good luck out there.